What elements make up a collaboration? Why do we have to collaborate? And why working style change of 21st century is collaboration? Today, our talk is about collaboration. According to ITL research, there are 4 layers which constitute collaboration. They are respectively group working, shared responsibility, substantive decision making, and interdependent work. Now, we will present the most fundamental factor of collaboration: working together. Any one of us who stays alone in one place for an 8-hour day? Hardly anyone. Most of us are highly mobile, and we typically spend 70% of our time working in groups. We work in multiple places and on multiple teams, participating in both frequent meetings and spontaneous conversations. Gloria Macapagal, the 14th president of Philippines from 2001 until 2010, said that the power of one, if fearless and focused, is formidable, but the power of many working together is always better. Working together brings numerous benefits. That's why it's so important. Firstly, it brings new ideas. It is undeniable that the sum is greater than the parts. So, it is better to have a diverse team of people who can contribute individual ideas. Secondly, it helps solve problems quickly and better. By working together, we can find the solutions that work best. Third, it's supportive. You can see that when one team member falls behind, there's another to pick up the pieces. When work is divided up among members of a team, it gets done faster, making the overall work operate more efficiently. Lastly, it builds morale. Each team member has something special to offer. By working together, members of a team feel a strong sense of belonging and deep commitment to each other and the common goal. In conclusion, a team that works well together can succeed together and produce great results. Now, we talk about making substantive decisions. When working together, it is inevitable that there are different ideas and problems arising. Students in teams must solve issues that will guide their work together. And what they decide to do is called substantive decisions. So, substantive decision is decisions which shape the content, process, or the product of the work. About content, students use their knowledge to make a decision that affects the academic content of their work. For example, students in teams are presenting about the pollution, and they have to decide what aspect of this problem they will present, what kind of pollution, the cause, the effect, or the solution. This is a substantive decision because it affects the content of the presentation. About process, students must learn about the time of their work, the tools they will use, or the roles and responsibilities of people on the team. For example, when students choose the topic air pollution to present, they have to plan the particular role of each member, the time they will do it, and complete it. About product, students must make fundamental design decisions that affect the nature and usability of their product. For example, students decide how to shape the presentation of air pollution to a particular audience. If the audience is students in grade 8, the presentation should include more images to illustrate. If the audience is students in environmental major, it should show more statistics of this problem. This is a fundamental design decision that will affect the nature of the product. The next layer of collaboration is sharing responsibility. Students have shared responsibility when they work in pairs or groups to develop a common product, design, or response. But shared responsibility is more than simply helping each other, because firstly, students must collectively own the work. For example, instead of the fact that students give each other feedback, they conduct the task together, because giving each other feedback implies that one student owns the work, the other is only helping. Meanwhile, that students conduct the task together means they have joint responsibility for carrying out the task. Secondly, students must be mutually responsible for each outcome. For instance, a student works with a peer from another country to develop a joint website using Microsoft Office. However, in case student A interviews student B from another country about the local weather, this is not shared responsibility, although they conduct together, because they don't have mutual responsibility for its outcome. And the last layer of collaboration is interdependent work. If you reach that level, it means that you have an excellent team working skills. What is interdependent work? Students' work is interdependent when all students must participate in order for the team to succeed. Most interdependent work involves two levels of accountability. Individual accountability. Each member on the team takes charge of a task that he must complete in order for a group to do its work. Group accountability. Students should work together to produce the final product or outcome. Students must negotiate and agree on the process, design, and conclusions of the work. It is important that the work is structured in a way that requires students to plan together and take the work of all team members into account so that the product or outcome is complete and fits each other. Now, let's see an example that may help you picture better about interdependent work. Do you think Henry Ford was a person who created Ford Autos? Actually, he wasn't. He was just the person who invented the engine and designed automobiles on papers. You know, he could not even make the engine if he didn't find the suppliers who provided elements of the engine. So, we could say his work depended on the suppliers. Likewise, suppliers rely on him for their livelihood. So, it is an interdependent relationship. It is an interdependent work, and they count on each other for the mutual success and benefits.